SHSAT mock test, key code T10, step by step. Grid-in questions. Question 58. How many prime numbers less than 50 are divisible by 3? Well, prime numbers are a special set of numbers that are divisible only by 1 in themselves. So you can't divide them into smaller numbers without a remainder. For example, the list of the first few primes in this infinite set are 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, and 19. 2 is the only even prime because numbers like 4, 6, 8, and 10 are all on the 2 times table, so they're all composite. Similarly, 9 is not prime because it's 3 times 3, so it's also composite. Another composite number that's odd is 15, which is 3 times 5, and so on. So if the number is divisible by 3, we have to know that it's on the 3 times table. Well, 3 times 1 is 3, and that's a prime number because it's not divisible by 2. It has a remainder of 1. However, if we continue with the 3 times table with 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, and 21, those are all composite because by their nature, they're all divisible by a number different than 1. So 3 is the only prime number that's divisible by 3. The correct answer is 1. Question 59. A 10-liter bucket is leaking at a constant rate of 2 liters of water for every 9 minutes. If the bucket is currently 1/3 empty, how many minutes will the bucket be completely empty? Well, the bucket is 10 liters total, and it's already leaked out 1/3. So let's see, 1/3 of itself. So 10 liters times 3 on the top and bottom is 30 liters. Minus 1/3 of that, so minus 10 means that 20 liters are left in the bucket when we start this study. So we want to know how long it'll take for all 20 liters of water to leave the bucket. Well, we're given the fact that the rate is 9 minutes every 2 liters. If you divide by 3, that means that every 3 minutes, 2/3 of a liter will leave the bucket, which is more useful because we know that we started with 20 So 20 minus 2/3 times n equals 0, because there'll be no water left. Multiply the entire equation by 3, and you get 20 minus 2n is 0. Add 2n to both sides, and divide by 2, and we get 10 units of n. But each unit of time that, where 2/3 of a liter leaves, is 3 minutes. So don't forget to multiply by 3. 10 units of time at 3 minutes per unit is 30 minutes for the bucket to completely empty out of water. The correct answer was 30 minutes. Question 60. Here's an angle relationships problem with the straight line ABC, which is given. And at point B on the left side is a 90-degree angle, that square corner. So that means on the right side also is a sum of 90 degrees, complementary angles. So what we do is we'll use the information given here. And it says that even though it's not drawn to scale, the triangle that's created, BCD, is equilateral, which means that all 3 corners are 60 degrees. B is 60, C and D are all 60-degree angles, which means that angle P is 60 degrees. Well, we know that the left side of this vertical line at B, this altitude here, its height, that's 90 degrees on the right side. It's complementary. So M plus 10 plus P is 90 degrees. Subtract 70 from both sides, just 10 and P, and we get that M was 20 degrees. Finally, we want to know the difference between the 2 angles, M and P. So what you do is 20 minus 60 is negative 40, the absolute value of which is 40. The correct answer is the absolute value of M minus P is 40 degrees. Question 61. The survey asked students, well, how did you get to school? Based on the results, the following statements are all true. 6 walk and do not take buses or subways. 10 take both buses and subways. 46 take the bus. 40 take the subways. How many students were surveyed total? Well, We can set up a Venn diagram for the buses and subways in this commute. And there's a separate group which just walk to school. They don't go on the public transit. Then we have, let's see, 46 take the bus total and 10 take both. So that means that 36 take only the bus. For the ring for the subways, we're told that 40 students total take the subways, but that includes 10 that take both bus and subways in their commute. So 30 students, 40 minus 10 is 30, take subways only. So let's backtrack. 36 for buses only. 10 students do buses and subways with some type of transfer. And 30 are subways only, plus 6. There's a grand total of 82 students. So the correct answer was 60 for 61 was 82 students surveyed total. Question 62. A circular dial controls the speed of a motor. 3/4 of the dial has been calibrated from 0 to 6 units, and a large unit is each further calibrated into the 5 smaller subunits. Each large unit of the dial increases the speed of the motor by 150 revolutions per minute. If you rotate the dial to 189 degrees from the 0 mark, what will be the speed of the motor? Well, here we have 0 degrees at 0. And if we go around clockwise, like a merry-go-round, you can see that that's 270 degrees because that's 390s. This is 3/4 of a 360-degree circle. But furthermore, we're told that this is 5 clicks in the calibration to the next 150 revolutions per minute. So that's 10 clicks here for a full 90 degrees between 0 and 2. That means that each smaller subunit is exactly 9 degrees. So as we go around, when we go from 0 to 4, that's 180 degrees of the circle. But we have to go one more click of 9 degrees to get to 189 degrees, which is 4.2 units on this speed scale for the motor. So the multiple is 4.2 times 150 revolutions per minute, which means that the motor, when you turn the dial up to 4.2, will be spinning at 630 revolutions per minute. Correct answer was 150 times 4.2, or 630 spins per minute, revolutions per minute.